Radical.
Welcome to Flea Market Stories, documenting one man's journey into the world of flea marketing. Let's see here. 45 minutes to get my chicken to the drive-thru, go home, shower, shave, and then go to work. And then upload this somehow. I don't think it's humanly possible, but we'll try, because I hate missing a day without uploading. Okay, what are we going to talk about that happened on this day? I guess there's two main stories here. Well, the first thing that happened was there was a guy, really nice fella. He actually gave me some free duct tape a couple weeks ago. Really nice fella, and I asked him, hey, you have a 360? Bring me the 360, I'll buy the 360 from you. He brought me a 360. It was one of the white ones, one of the early ones. At first I thought it was going to have the red ring of death. It did have a red ring, but it was not the bad red ring. Like it was the connection red ring or whatever, I don't know. The problem with this 360 was the disc tray would not open. And I then got it to open. I put disc in, and it does not read the disc. What do you think? It's the laser? Now, it did have his profile, and it had some games on it. Call of Duty Demo, I think Assassin's Creed Liberation, and Minecraft. Some games that actually already had downloaded on it. Because I'm looking at the value here. It has all the hookups. Doesn't have an HDMI cable. But it has a power plug, which he says is like $10 online. Okay, so I'm looking at $10. Did not have a controller. I, for some reason, after having a lot of 360 controllers, seem to be out of controllers. I have more Xbox 360 consoles than controllers. Man, this is the kind of moment where it'd be great to have a P.O. box and just mention to all of you that I'm out of 360 controllers, like most YouTubers do nowadays. So I bought it for $30. I asked him how much he wanted. $30. I figure, it's a 360. We'll see what's going on. It had a hard drive. I thought it was a bigger hard drive, but it's actually a smaller hard drive. Maybe the 20 gigabyte hard drive. So I don't know. I'll probably just break even. I thought. Later on, maybe he felt kind of bad that he sold it to me, or that the disc tray did not work or didn't read games. So he brought me a game. It was one game that he had. I think the only one he had, DC Batman Lego, which is not a bad game. I might be able to get $10 out of that. So power cord $10, Batman, 10, and I don't know, maybe somebody will buy the system and want to fix it. Maybe not. I don't know. Not a big deal if I just lost $10. I did sell a PlayStation 2. I had two PlayStation 2s for sale. I had one that I got some cables for that was $10, and I sold for $40. I'm not sure if I had a whole lot into it, maybe $10. But yeah, so maybe $20 profit on that PlayStation 2. I also had some other consoles for sale. I had a Wii for sale. I did not sell the Wii. I just had the power plug with it. I also had a 360, which I'm surprised didn't sell. It's a great looking 360. This was part of the acquisition that I made last week. But, I know I'll sell it. A lot of these consoles, I know I'll sell closer to Christmas. Had a lot of interest on the Xbox One Series S, Xbox Series S, but no takers, but they agreed. $200, that's a great price. Now, it's not like I said, it's not the Series S controller. It is a black plug-in Power A controller, so that's one reason I'm coming back from $225 to $200. What do I want to finish up on? Okay, briefly, I'm not going to go into great detail, but it seemed like this day I was out of controllers, out of plugs, out of HDMIs, out of power cables. I bought two remotes from this guy, universal remotes, and a power cable for a place. Wait. I sold the power cable that was connected to the Xbox One S that I brought to demo the Xbox One games. Sold that power cable, so I needed another one. For $5, I got a power cable for a Xbox One S or PlayStation 2 and two universal controllers. They're like just cable controllers, but they'll work in that capacity. Somebody came by asking if I had a plug-in for an Xbox One S. So I said, yeah, I do. I made $4 off of that. So that's not too bad. That means I got two universal remotes for $1, which I can use on my cheap Goodwill TVs that I pick up for $10, and maybe I can program that and get more money for those. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to get to. The little e-bagger. I don't know what I'm going to call this, but we have the makings of a future e-bagger. There was an adorable 8-year-old little boy that came by and was looking at the video games, excited about the video games. But I'm thinking, okay, he doesn't have any money because, he's like 8. He's like 7 or 8. Mommy and Daddy have the money. Here's what he does. He starts looking around, goes behind the table, starts rooting through some boxes I have behind the table. And if this was a dude, this was like an adult, I'd be like, hey, bro, those are boxes. Those are not for sale. What you doing rooting through my freaking boxes? That's rude. He picks up the good 360. I don't know why I still had like the one that I wanted to keep. The good 360. I guess I, forgot that I had another one that I was selling. He picks it up, looks at me, and he goes, can I have this? And I say, well, I'm really not selling that one. I'm selling the one near the table. And he looks at the one on the table and he goes like, I don't want the one on the table. I want this one. They're exactly the same. They're exactly the same. The only difference is he found that one in the box. So I go, well, I'm not selling that one. I'm selling this one. Then he picks up, doubling down. He picks it up, looks at me and goes like, I want this one. I want this one for free. I'm like, okay, little motherfucking woodhawker, what the fuck's going on here? Little e-bagger, oh my God. And I'm just smiling ear to ear going like, well, no, I'm not giving that one away for free. Then he looks around, then he starts picking up random items. Can I have this for free? It's like, no, you cannot have that for free. Then he seems frustrated and he goes like, is there anything you're giving away for free? Almost as if this little entitled future e-bagger just expects to go around the tables and get free stuff because he's adorable. He's an adorable little boy. He was very well spoken to. He'll probably be like a future CEO of a company. I can tell he's very intelligent. Very intelligent. In fact, he can get stuff for free. So then to distract him, to get his attention, because I'm like, okay, he's going to go around. He's going to be asking me and picking up every single item. I turn on DC Lego on the 360, and I was like, would you like to play this for free? I specifically say, play this for free. So, yes, I would like to play that. So I'm like, okay, maybe he'll just play that and get bored and walk off. Then as he's playing that, he looks at me and he goes, would you take a quarter for that Xbox? I'm like, this kid is fucking with me. Like, what in the world? And I say, no, I would not take a quarter for that Xbox. But then he says, but it's like a quarter from the 1960s. And they're probably worth, $1,000. I'm like, this is a little MFing hustler right here. This is a hustler. It's those moments I'm actually happy to come across a kid that nature. I was like, gritted ear to ear, I'm like, oh, well, no, I'm not really a coin collector and whatnot. So for his entertainment, what do? As he's playing the game, I go over I have stuffed animals in like a little Tupperware bin. I don't care much about those stuffed animals. I walk over, I present it, and I say, would you like to have one of these stuffed animal bears for free? And he smiles and says, yes, sir, I would.